Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we have a very specific mission. We're taking a close look at a postgraduate qualification, specifically the Boston City campus Bachelor of Commerce honors in Human Resource Management. So if you're thinking about that next step, from management to real strategic leadership, this is for you.
It is, and it's important to know what we're talking about here. This is an NQF Level 8 qualification.
Okay, what does that mean in simple terms?
It means you're moving past the foundational degree. You're getting into a mastery level of thinking. This program is really where people, management, business strategy, and all the organizational systems, where they all meet.
Right, so it's about positioning HR as a core part of the business strategy.
Exactly, a strategic partner.
So let's get right into that. I think a lot of people might still have this old misconception of HR, just paperwork and leave forms. What does this qualification actually teach that just blows that idea out of the water?
It's all about strategic agility. Students explore how HR strategy is actually developed to, drive profit. They dig into complex labor legislation, especially in the South African context, which shapes every single decision.
And that's critical here.
It is. And crucially, the program zeroes in on HR metrics and analytics.
Okay, let's pause on that. HR metrics and analytics. Why is that so incredibly important right now?
Well, because these metrics aren't just numbers on a page, right? They are the financial language that proves HR isn't a cost center. It's a core profit driver.
So it's about proving your value in a way that the C-suite understands.
Precisely. That skill alone, being able to make evidence-based decisions with data, that's what gets you a seat at the executive table.
So if the program is so grounded in that kind of analysis, the South African context, what kind of senior roles are we talking about? What pathways does this open up?
Well, the list is pretty expansive, which reflects its level 8 status. Graduates are immediately prepared for roles like HR manager or even a group HR manager.
So management roles from the get-go.
Yes, or an HR business partner, which requires that strategic influence. But it also supports these highly specialized, really forward-looking careers.
Like what?
Think talent acquisition specialist, organizational development practitioner, or these newer, really high-demand roles like an HR data or people analytics specialist.
And I imagine a DEI specialist, a diversity, equity, and inclusion specialist fits right in there.
An essential role, yes. It prepares you for that.
So it's not just about getting that first job. It's about having a clear path for growth. And I see this also acts as a pathway to NQF Level 9 to a master's degree.
It's a very strong pathway, yes.
Yeah.
To master's degrees in areas like industrial psychology, leadership, or an MBA.
Okay, so let's talk about Boston specifically. What makes their approach to this qualification stand out?
That's a good question. It's delivered fully online, which gives you complete control over the time, the place, and the pace of your studies, full-time or part-time.
But how do you maintain the rigor in an online format?
That's the key. The flexibility is paired with really strict academic standards. It's accredited by the Council on Higher Education, and it's a candidate for accreditation with the ACBSP in the USA. So there are monitoring systems and weekly schedules to keep everyone on track.
And I have to jump in with the practical side of things. All the textbooks are included in the fees. I mean, I could save you thousands of rands right there.
It's a huge saving.
Plus, they back up the online model with 50 physical support centers around the country.
Yeah.
And they don't use a point system for entry. Your existing degree is what matters.
Exactly. It's about removing the roadblocks but keeping the quality high.
So let's bring it all home. Forget the buzzwords for a second. Can you give us one single concrete example of what a graduate of this program actually does on the job?
Okay, picture this. A graduate can use the company's EHRM software not just for admin, but to analyze staff retention data. They can identify exactly why top performers are leaving a specific region and then design a strategic plan to fix that problem, a plan that's aligned with the company's goals.
Wow, so they're not just reporting the problem. They're analyzing it and solving it with a business-focused plan.
They're generating high-level analytics for strategic decision-making. That's real impact.
It sounds like this qualification really provides the depth and the structure to grow with confidence in a field that's just so strategic to any business.
And that leads to a final thought, really. If we connect this to the bigger picture, you're stepping into a huge responsibility. Given the program's strong focus on strategic business ethics and corporate governance, how critical is it that our future HR leaders can actually develop and implement a sound ethical code of practice?
That's a huge question.
It is, and it's a challenge worth considering for anyone who really wants to define the future of corporate culture.